Are you from here? Oh my god, they're just taking this man. I see you. Dude, you guys. This is so scary, you guys. Poor man, dude. Like, so many people are taking.
Undercover ICE agents are abducting and kidnapping people off the street, masked up, without identification or warrant. And he's yelling help, and his name, Jingshan, in Mandarin. And it's just heartbreaking to watch. I also went through the comment section, so there's a woman who claims to be either his girlfriend or his wife. She said she's 2 months pregnant. So the man that they just kidnapped is actually a father-to-be, and he's actually on his way to report to the immigration office. So he's doing it the legal way. He's not a criminal. He's not an illegal immigrant. The wife also said they have lost contact with her husband for over a day now. They're trying to find a lawyer, but nothing has helped so far. He's still detained. And when I actually think about it, are those actually ICE agents? Or are they just imposters or bounty hunters who try to turn people into ICE to earn money? I just knew this day is gonna come.
Hi guys, welcome to yet another video. It's that girl here. Thanks for clicking on today's video. We're going to be talking about how the Asians are now starting to wake up because some of their people are being, detained by ICE. And this is a group of people that has always been quiet and silent when it comes to any issue that involves the US. Like they act like they do not exist or like they are palmed in a way. But now because, Black people have been saying, hey, you guys, you are so quiet. And also the Latinos were telling the Asian community, like, you guys are being quiet on whatever that is happening to us because you think you are, close to them, just like we thought we were, especially like the Latinos, when they clearly found out the hard way that, hey, they are not seen as they see themselves to be seen. And now that it's come to their door that they are being taken up, they are making videos to come out and call for help. And, now they want to be part of the cause, which is like crazy. Like you guys act like, you're people of color, like you guys are different. Like anything that is happening to Black people or brown people, like you guys are just not part of it. It is now on their doors. And they're crying, and some of their own are like calling them out like, hey, like we should stop being hypocrites and fight for this country. We live in it. We are also minorities, and we need to speak up and stop with this fear that we put in ourselves, because whatever that has been happening to other groups of people that are minority, it is actually coming up to us, and it's catching up, and we need to step up. We need to step up. Guys, listen to what is going on and what, them are saying about their own comeback. Let me know your thoughts on it.
So I'm actually seeing the topic on why Asians don't speak up when it comes to a protest or speaking up for our rights. Because they honestly do not think they're a minority. A lot of Asians live under that whitewashed world. And that comes from me speaking from experience. As a Vietnamese woman with Black kids, I've heard every racial slur there is. Why are you with a Black man? Your kids are gonna be dark. Your kids are gonna be like charcoal. Majority of Asian people are Trump supporters. They don't speak up, they don't fight, they don't speak on the situation, they don't even like talking about the situation. And when they do, they sound stupid and ignorant. They don't like doing that because in their mind, they're white. Majority of Asians feel the whiter the skin, the better. And that's all I'm going to say on that. That's why they don't speak up. That's why they don't make a scene when it comes to fighting for our rights. Because they think this is not going to affect them. As if 12 Vietnamese nail techs just didn't get deported because they're illegal immigrants. So let's be clear on why this is happening and who it's happening to, because it's just not Mexicans, okay?
I know I've been posting a lot about the deporting situation, and my mom, like yesterday, she told me, hey son, you should probably not speak too much on this topic because it might cause a problem for us. That's the exact reason why this is a problem. Whenever there's a problem, Asian people go, oh my God, and nothing changes. That's probably the biggest thing that pisses me off about Asian people. You realize the current situation is literally a crime against humanity. Look, I think 70 to 80, 90% of us can agree that if they take illegal immigrants that commit crimes or whatever, look, that's whatever, okay? But they're stripping people of citizenships, and they're also taking people that are citizens. So what the hell does that mean for me? I was born here as a citizen. I can't imagine my mom or my sister, or think about it, like you're a close family member, imagine they just get taken for whatever good reason. And at this rate, they're not even finding a good reason. You know what they're doing? Oh, he's brown, let me take him. Oh, he's yellow, let me take him. That's literally what's going on. So that's why we're in this crisis of literal, ethnic cleansing, if you want to think about it that way. And I'm not exempt because I'm Korean. And then all the Asian influencers watching right now, stop posting about your, here's my favorite boba, or like, oh, here's my get ready with me. No one cares. And at least talk about the topic first to show that you're a human. And then you can start posting about your freaking stupid get ready with me. Oh, here's my favorite boba. Nobody cares about that right now. So at least address the issue, and then you can stroll on with your life. You'll probably gain a lot more followers that way.
Why are so many Asian Americans so silent right now? That's because they didn't vote. Yes, they didn't vote because they didn't like Kamala from their internal misogyny or internal racism, and felt indifferent enough about the orange man so that they thought that a no vote was going to the orange man. So the reason why they're not upset right now is because they voted for this. That's why. And that's not me excusing their behavior. I am a disabled person. I was advocating for Kamala before the election, so I had the chance to talk to a lot of my friends. They're not my friends anymore, but people in my life about how this election was going to affect me and people like me, and if they cared about me, why they should vote for Kamala. And they still didn't care. They couldn't care less, because at the end of the day, it was all about taxes. Yeah, their tax break. The problem is Asians that have a level of wealth feel this closeness to white people because white people were the only ones that had that level of wealth for so long that they feel like they're getting a chance to be part of the white club, but they're not. And if I could give an insight into maybe why Asians are like this, it's because a lot of our parents and like even my generation as a millennial, we have seen our mother countries very impoverished. Like for me, I'm Korean, so I know South Korea's history. Like South Korea was fully bankrupt in the 80s and saw their first economic boom in the 2000s. It hasn't been that long, and they're in like the top 20 GDP in the world now. That level of wealth growth, normal citizens see that and think, oh my God, if I'm just smart enough and if I invest correctly, I can also get there. And if you look at South Korea, it's an oligarchy. That country is ran by like 3 families, and the main one is the Samsung family. And they have so many scandals. They have done some bad stuff, and the country just lets them get away with it. And if you look at the election turnout, it shows that South Koreans are starting to wake up to the state of like, oh, we're an oligarchy. But Korean Americans, look at the past of Korea, see that you can still succeed, feel like there's a privilege of being in America, utilize the model minority method, and then try to enter the 1%. They think that they could break into the 1%. Wake up. You're not. You're not white enough. You will never be white enough. They will never accept you.
As you've seen in the video, that is what people are saying about this, especially their own. They are saying, hey, we've been really quiet for a very, very long time. And I mean, like I said, the silence of Asian people has been really, really loud to other groups of people. I mean, when the Latinos were crying, these guys were quiet. When Black people have been crying, these guys have been quiet. But they are the same people that have been benefiting from every fight that other groups of people have been, putting in place. And these are the same people that, came out and were complaining about affirmative action, that it was mostly benefiting Black people, that they were given, a free pass, and they fought against it. And then when it was, cancelled and taken down, guess who was crying? It was the Asians. They were coming out because they were no longer getting opportunities, and they were no longer being accepted, because it showed that Black people were really, really working hard to be in those places, and they deserve to be in those places. It was not just about affirmative action. In fact, it was benefiting them more. But hey, because Black people were involved, they had to fight it, and it was gone. But they are the ones that actually cried more. And then now they are being raided, and now I'm seeing videos of them coming out and speaking up. And some of them actually just started speaking out because people are like, hey, where's the Asian community? Because you guys act like you are not part of us, because at the end of the day, we are all minority and we are people of color. But in the heads of these people, they feel like, no, we are not. I mean, we are next to the Palm people. I mean, just like the Latinos thought they were, until they got a reality check like, hey, They do not see us the same way. We are still seen as, minority people of color, like they do not accept us. Now the Asians are learning it the hard way. And I don't know who's going to be really standing with them, because for the silence they've been really giving, this deserves a cup of tea. Like, hey, I don't have it right now, but it's kind of interesting to be seeing how now they are starting to speak up, because they are people in their community and now being targeted. For a group of people that did not consider themselves to be, people of color, now seeing that they are seen as people of color, like I said, deserves a cup of tea to be drinking as you are watching. It's insane. It's insane. So this is the thing. A lot of these other minority groups really undermine, underestimate, underlook when Black people come out and warn them about things. And you heard what their own was saying, like, hey, my people did not vote because they did not like a Black woman, and so they decided like not to vote at all, so that they could be like, hey, it's not my fault. I did not participate, And then I saw a video of some Asian guy that was like, we as Asians come into this place like legally, we pass through the processes. So if you are illegal, you should be taken. And I'm like, what? Another one was like, we as Asians, we do not want to involve ourselves with criminals or these people that come into this country in a certain way, because as we put in the effort by, hey, this administration does not even care if you are legal or not. It's just targeting people of color. Just so you did not know that you are a part of that group called people of color. They don't care, and they don't even care if you're a citizen or not. If you have a green card or not, they don't come to you and ask you for your documents. If they see that you're not palmed, you're taken. They don't ask for anything. I've shared videos of ICE agents that come and they just kidnap people, literally. They just kidnap people. So you feeling like you are safe and you're Asian? Insane. In a place where racism is the most important thing that runs that country. I'm going to
take one for the team and just say this. If you're an Asian American who's here legally, whose parents worked their butts off to get out of a country and give yourself the American dream legally.
When he says take one for the team, what team is he talking about?
Got you a green card, got you a citizenship, got you into that school.
So we're talking like Columbia student hunted by ICE, Chung Yun-seo, right? Because she was a legal permanent resident and she was hunted by ICE to be deported.
You are here engagement farming for pity points and emotional impact and virtue signaling for anti-ICE or anti-illegal immigrant deportation measures and calling yourself some justice warrior. Shame on you.
So the team he's speaking for is Team Trump, not Team Asian Americans. Because I'm all those things. My parents did it legally. But then they ran out of money and also didn't understand the paperwork with their limited English. So I ended up getting citizenship on my own as an adult. But I know that was my privilege to do so. And having learned English, being able to work higher jobs where I could afford extra money to do the paperwork as an adult for myself. Trump said he was out to get migrant criminals, killers, gang members, people that are taking the jobs. But ICE is raiding non-criminals, family men and women who just put their head down and work. The kind of work that nobody else wants to do. It's like below minimum wage. The kind of work that has them working around the clock, that doesn't allow them any extra hours to go to English classes because they're providing for their families. But not only that, it's the kind of work that Los Angeles is built on, that everyone living in Los Angeles benefits from. When you see literal toddlers being dragged away from their parents as they're crying out for their mother and father, and you call people that are talking about these issues trying to earn pity points as they criticize a criminal president who shouldn't even be fucking president.
I hope you keep those opinions to yourself because it's embarrassing. That's all it is.
I mean, I wish you had taken your own advice, because to be talking like that as this is happening, that is a depraved form of humanity. What Korean church we going to? Not to mention the legal citizens that are getting swept up, catching strays for Trump's mass deportation agenda. Did they send you a plaque that said our model minority? Is it hanging in your wall? You know what? I'm glad you said it. Better to know who you're following, people. I hope that plaque hits you on the head when they tell you you're not enough to be on their team.
And so many people asking Asian creators to speak up about the whole riots in LA and all these deportation things. What is there to say? We support the deportations of illegals.
Sir, you look like the immigration issue you're ranting about. So the projection is wild because you look very illegal.
Asian people aren't really dependent on, migrant labor.
The loss of immigrants has the potential for a full economic collapse because of significant GDP reduction, labor shortages, increased prices, reduced consumer spending and demand, and billions lost in tax revenue. An economic collapse affects everyone. Immigrants make this country thrive.
This presidency promised that they would deport illegal immigrants. They're doing that. Why are you crying? You see it like these immigrants are waving the flags of other countries, burning down the flag of the U.S., and then you think Asian people want to support that? No, they want to stay away from that. They don't want to be grouped in with these people. Asian people don't want to focus on the negativity and say what they're really thinking. Deport, right? Deport illegal immigrants.
He is the embodiment of the model minority, which was created to pit Asians against other marginalized groups, rewarding obedience, silence, and hard work with crumbs of white approval. And he ate that up. Tap dancing for people who don't even want you here. No matter how hard you try to prove you hate yourself more than they ever could, and try so hard to distance yourself from the very people who fought for the rights that you now leech off of. You can grovel all you want for white validation, but you'll never earn validation from the same people who call you Kung Flu and China virus. Remember that? Kung Flu and China virus? You are not native. So how do you think it is that you were able to come to the United States? You think it was the whites who just kindly handed you an invite into our country out of the kindness of their heart? No, you got here because black and brown people, far braver than you, bled in the streets. The Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965 made it possible for you to live your American dream as the oppressor's lapdog. You're welcome. The people brave enough to fight out in the streets are the same people keeping you here. That fight going on right now is again a fight that you will benefit from just so that you can parade around like you earned those rights when you have never fought for anything in your weak little existence. Not your people, not your dignity, not even yourself. But be careful, because if they deport all of the people who fight for our rights, you might find yourself in an internment camp, because who's going to fight for you? You don't even fight for yourself.
I've been seeing a lot of videos of Asian people, Asian influencers, not like caring. They just come on here talking about, their products and just their normal stuff. I'm like, hey, but you guys, you need to be fighting for your community as well. Like, why are you just focused on your businesses? Because when the immigrants are taken down and your businesses or the people that actually support you are part of that group, how are you going to be surviving? Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like I said, they do not care about you holding a green card, you being a green card holder. They care about removing the weeds. You're literally weeds right now that they are trying to uproot. America is trying to uproot people like weeds because they do not want to see other groups of people that are not palmed in that country. And also, if you think that they are only targeting minorities, guys, I shared a video of a white palmed man from Canada that is literally fighting for his life because he can't come back to America. He's palmed. So if the palm people are also suffering in this, guys, as an Asian, there's no way you feel like you are safer in this hierarchy in that country. Make it make sense. But like I said, if they don't come out to speak out more, I don't know who's going to be on their side, because black people are minding their business. They're like, no, we've fought enough. We've given these groups of people opportunities to come and, be in this country, but they still do not respect us. So we should mind our business. And so we can see clearly that without the influence, without the power, without the fight of black people involving themselves into something, nothing changes, because the way these other groups of people are begging for the black support, crazy. But yet they do not respect the black people. Like, hey, you only need this group of people called black people when you need to benefit. But if you are in the same spaces, you are the same people that fight against those systems so that black people are taken out and you guys benefit. And yet here you are crying. Latinos have been crying for black support. Asians are now starting to feel the hate that, hey, we are not different in the eyes of these people. We are seen the same. I hope that sinks in their heads. There are people who are telling them to come out and speak out. If they don't, they might as well just cry, as we've seen a lot of Latinos do so. So let's just keep watching and see how this goes. But hey, I digress. I digress. Guys, that is it for me in the video. Like, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell I'm always posting. I will see you in another video. But the last question is, do you feel sorry for them? Are you going to be, fighting for them? Let me know.